Hi students, good morning. Welcome to the science class. In first class, in the last lesson, you studied about different types of foods which we are going to take in a different area in our country. Why? Because India has a rich culture. India has a rich culture. According to their culture, the food items are also changes. Why? Because in the India, the places which we are going to live, we have a different conditions, different environmental conditions. So due to that, the food item which will be taken in one place is differ from another place. For example, I am considering here, when you are going to the north side of the India, the climate which is present at the north side, it is very cold. So the food will taken in that area, it is very different. When you are come to the coastal area, at the coastal area, there is also a different types of food habit is there. Why? Because in that area more number of fishes are present, so they are going to take fishes. Why? Because the presence of the fishes, they are going to eat the fishes. So that's like in our India, from place to place, the habit of the food will be differences. And also how the one food contains lots of ingredients. Some of ingredients, the food that is not only made by a single ingredient, it will be made by more than 3 or 4 ingredients. And also what are that ingredients but in now this chapter, this ingredients contains some components that are needed by our body. What they are components, what are that components, why we need that components, that about study in this second lesson, that are components of the food. So in this lesson we are going to study about what are nutrients, what are the major nutrients present in our food, and also how we are going to confirm that the different types of nutrients present in our food, and is it only one nutrient is present in a single food, or more than one nutrient is present in our food. That will be confirmed by the sum of the experiments. That experiment shall be studied in this class. And also we are going to make some experiments on the food to find out which component of the nutrient present in that food. So let us start now. We are going to study one by one. So now I am going to consider nutrient. What is a nutrient? Each dish is made up of one or more ingredients. Yes, as you know already, any dish, when you are going to take any dish, the dish will be made up of one or more ingredients. It may be a plant product or it may be an animal product. I am going to take one example here, a pulao. Pulao is made up of which ingredients? We require to make a pulao, rice and vegetables and spices, isn't it? So the pulao is made up of more ingredients. Each dish is made up of one or more ingredients which we get from plants or animals. Oh, isn't it? These ingredients may get from plants or animals. What are the animal ingredients? When we are going to use the curd, when we are going to use the ghee, that's are the animal products, or we are going to use milk, that is also one of the animal products. Each dish is made up of one or more ingredients which we get from plants or animals. These ingredients contain some components, and these ingredients, that is the rice, the spices and the vegetables and the ghee, these ingredients contain some components, and that components are needed by our body, then that components are called as nutrients. The components which are needed by our body from the food is known as nutrients. Once again I am repeating here, each dish is made up of one or more ingredients. It may be we get from plants or animals. These ingredients contain some components that are needed by our body. These components are called nutrients, isn't it? When you are going to take a pulao is made up of rice, spices, vegetables. These are the ingredients of the rice or a pulao. These ingredients contains some components. That components are needed by our body, and that components are called as nutrients. Is it clear? So is it only one nutrient is present? That when then the question is arises in your mind. Is it one food contain only one nutrient or two nutrient? Let us study what is about that. The major nutrients present in our food. The major nutrients present in our food are carbohydrates, proteins, fats, vitamins, minerals, dietary fibers and water. These are the major nutrients present in our food. What are that? That are carbohydrates, proteins, fats, vitamins, minerals, dietary fiber and water. In your examination, one question will be asked on this. What are the major nutrients present in our food? You have to write carbohydrates, proteins, fats, vitamins, minerals, dietary fiber and water. These are the major nutrients which are present in our food. We have to remember these are the most important nutrients which our body requires. So these are how we are getting these nutrients, how we get these components by taking the food. In the food all these components are present, but question arises in your mind, how we are going to confirm in which food which nutrient is present. So we are going to make some experiments to know which nutrient is present in our food. Is it only one nutrient is present in our food, or is it present two or more nutrients present in our food? Let us study how to make an experiment to know the nutrient is present in our food. So to make that experiments we need some solutions. What are that solutions? That are nothing but solution of iodine, solution of copper sulfate solution and a caustic soda solution. If these solutions are present in your home, if these solutions are present in your home readily, then there is no problem. If these solutions are not present, then how we are going to make experiment? So if they are not present, then we are going to make that solution. How we are going to make that solution? See now. First solution to make an experiment to find out the nutrients present in our food, that is iodine solution. But how we are going to make iodine solution? See, let us see here. Iodine solution. Take a test tube and fill halfly with the water and add 2 to 3 drops of tincture iodine. Take a test tube, wash it clearly, because when you are going to use the test tubes present in the chemical lab, they can be used for any other tests. Before you are going to make any experiment, you should remember that you have to wash all test tubes which you are going to use for your experiment. So take a test tube, add half of water to the test tube, fill the test tube with half water and add 2 to 3 drops of tincture iodine and shake it well. Your tincture iodine solution is ready. Put it in the test tube stand. It will be used for next experiments. So you can place it in a test tube stand safely. And second solution which we need for to test the nutrient which is present in our food, that is copper sulfate solution. How we are going to make a copper sulfate solution? So copper sulfate solution, again you have to take another one test tube. Add 100 ml of water here, not half of water. Add 100 ml of water and dissolve 2 gram of copper sulfate. You have to dissolve 2 gram of copper sulfate and shake it well. Then your copper sulfate solution is ready. Then you have to place that test tube again in a safe place, or it is in a test tube stand. Then another one solution which we are needed for to test the presence of some nutrients in our food, that is caustic soda solution. How we are going to make a caustic soda solution? Again take another one test tube, add 100 ml of water to that test tube and dissolve 10 gram of caustic soda. These caustic soda and copper sulfate and also tincture iodine that are available in market also, you have to take to test to make that solutions. So how we are going to make a caustic soda solution here? Take a test tube, add 100 ml of water to it and dissolve 10 gram of caustic soda. Dissolve 10 gram of caustic soda and shake it well. Your caustic soda solution will be ready. Place these three solutions in a test tube stand. In future experiment, it may be helpful. They are the helpful solutions for us. So next move towards how we are going to make the experiment to know which nutrient present in our food. Now I am going to tell you that how to make a test to know that carbohydrates are present in our food component. The one carbohydrate is the one of the nutrient present in our food. So now we are going to study, is it present in our food, is it present in our food or not, by an experiment. So when you are going to write any chemical experiment, you have to make three columns: test, observation and inference. Why? Because it is a way of writing, it is a proper way of writing a chemical experiment. You have to make three columns: the test, observation and inference. Now we are going to make the experiment to find out that is it our food contain carbohydrates or not, isn't it? So remember that main type of carbohydrate which are present in our food, it is starch or a sugar. The different types of carbohydrates are there. So but the carbohydrate which is present in our food, it is nothing but a starch or a sugar. So now we are going to make one experiment. We are going to make one test which is to test either the starch is present in our food or not, because starch is one of the carbohydrate which is present in our food. How we are going to make a test? See, listen here. Test. How we are going to make a test? Test for a starch. Take small amount of food item. Take small amount of food item or a small quantity of food item or a small piece of food item and put 2 to 3 drops of iodine solution on it. You have to put 2 to 3 drops of iodine solution on it. So when you are going to make a chemical experience or chemical experiments, you have to concentrate on the word. You have to observe every changes. Is it the color of the changes, color of the chemicals are changes, or the smell of the chemical is changes, or it is any gases are evolved. You have to concentrate on your experiment, because that's are the results which we are going to get and which we are going to confirms us our results. So take a small quantity of the food material. Is it maybe anything? Is it maybe a roti? Is it maybe a chapati? Is it maybe any ingredient that you are going to take? Any food you are going to take. Take small amount of food item. Put 2 to 3 drops of iodine solution. That iodine solution already we have prepared. You are going to put some 2 to 3 drops of iodine solution on it. Keep it for 5 to 6 minutes. What are the observation you have to make? Is it, see, what are the observation when you are going to put 2 to 3 drops of the iodine solution? What are the changes happens in the food? Observation: color of the food changes to blue black. You have to remember, before you have to put the iodine solution, what is the color present on the food item. When you are going to put the iodine solution, what happens? If the color of the food changes to blue black, if the color of the food changes to blue black, when you are going to put the iodine solution, the color of the food will be suddenly changes to blue black. Then what is the inference? What we get the result here? Blue black color indicates presence of the starch. This blue black color indicates the presence of a starch. If when you are going to put the iodine solution on the food material, if the color of the food material turns to blue black, that says us the food material contain starch. That starch is nothing but carbohydrate. Is it clear? See, this is the one experiment. Why we are going to make this experiment? Because to know that our food contains carbohydrates or not. So what it indicates, the observation, the color of the food changes to blue black indicates that it shows the presence of the carbohydrates in your food. So you have to make this experiment by taking different types of foods which we are going to take in your home. You have to get, if the color of that food, when you are going to put the iodine solution on it, if the color of the food changes to blue black, then you have confirmed that in your food carbohydrate is present. That is, that carbohydrate is nothing but a starch. It is a one type of carbohydrate which is present in our food. You have to confirm if the color of the food is changes when you are put the iodine solution, then you have confirmed that the carbohydrate is present in your food. It is one of the test, one of the experiment we are going to make to know that whether the food item contains carbohydrates or not. You have to remember this experiment may ask in your examination for 3 to 4 marks question. In that, what they are going to ask, write an experiment to confirm carbohydrates are present in our food. How we are going to write the experiment? You have to write 3 tables like that. Write test, observation, inference. What you are write down the what the test which you are going to make, write down the observation and write down the inference. It is nothing but a result. So it is one of the experiment to confirm that the carbohydrate is present in our food. Once again I am repeating here how we are going to make the experiment. Take a food item and put some 2 to 3 drops of iodine solution on it and keep observing the food. Is it the color of the food changes or not? If the color of the food changes to the blue black, the blue black color indicates presence of the carbohydrates, isn't it? So you have to make some tests. In your textbook one chart is given. They are given some of the food items and they are given carbohydrate, protein, fats. You have to make experiment. If they are present, make a right mark there. If they are not present, make a wrong mark. Is it understood? So you have to make the experiment to know carbohydrates are present or not in the given food item. This is all about today. This is all about what are nutrients, what are the major components present in the food, what are the major nutrients, then how we are going to make the test, to conduct test to know the nutrients present in our food, what are the major solutions we require to make the experiments to test the nutrients present in our food, that are nothing but the solution of iodine, copper sulfate solution, caustic soda solution, and also we know how to prepare these solution if they are not readily present in our home, and also we studied one of the experiment to test for the starch or to test for the carbohydrates present in our food. In the next class we are going to study the test for proteins. Is it the proteins are present in our food or not? Okay, thank you.